Oh,
Does Chris Tillman make you feel proud as an owner? No, not necessarily. But you're willing to bet he's on or in a good majority of fantasy playoff teams' rotations. You win
mm,
championships with the Chris Tillmans of the world when you have them as your fourth, fifth, or even beyond your sixth starter. Yet you're going to get starting pitcher three kind of production out of them. He logs innings, having thrown 758 over the last four straight seasons. His ERA is respectable, having remained under 4 over that same 4-year span, with the one exception being 2015 when he pitched to the tune of a 4.99 ERA. He's had no less than 10 wins each year in those 4 years, twice now tallying 16. His whip
mm.
gets a little long, sometimes being on the high end of a 1-2, but with the number of innings he logs, he'll keep you competitive by compiling those Ks, as we talked about with Aaron Sanchez. Just by sheer number of innings, his pedestrian 7 to 8 K per nine rate is gonna start to compile. He'll be 29 in the 2017 season, so he's young, still got plenty of juice in his arm. Yet, despite all these fantasy positives, he isn't even one of the first arms being taken off his own Baltimore Oriole team. He's currently the 79th starting pitcher off the board, 298th overall. He's going right at the end of the 24th round. This is a guy that will really help your rotation and just stabilize your rotation. Again, not something you're going to go and, start bragging about, posting on your Facebook account, I drafted Chris Tillman, but it's gonna be to your benefit as the season progresses. Would you disagree with anything I just said?
I would agree pretty much with everything you said. I mean, he's like Captain Blah, where you're not, like you said, you're not real excited to own Chris Tillman. But here's the thing: when you dig into the ADP data and where he goes, I mean, I have 292. I mean, he's going really late in drafts, and he could be pretty much the last pitcher you draft. And when you consider that this is the last guy you can grab in your rotation, where a lot of people are taking chances on guys that maybe not even have rotation spots, he pitches for a relatively good team that stays competitive. He's going to get wins. I don't know if the ERA is sustainable. I don't know if it'll always be under 4. He's going to have his blowups, but you kind of pick your spots with him. I wouldn't necessarily start him in Fenway, but you pick your spots where you start Tillman. The K numbers are going to be okay. And overall, I mean, he's just sort of a solid pitcher. The swing and strike rate was one thing that I saw that did go up over the course of the year. He went from a 7.1% guy to 8.7, which was a career high. So that's one of the nice things about Tillman. Also throws a lot of different pitches. So he's an interesting player, but he's not somebody that I'm going to be beating down the door to grab. But if I can grab him at the end of my drafts and, in a head-to-head league, a spot where you sort of need to fill up some of those counting stats, I'd certainly take a chance on Tillman.
You mentioned his pitch selection. He's one of the things that helped him with that K number and that K rate is the cutter. He started throwing a cutter a lot more over the last couple of years. So, listen, I want as many Chris Tillmans as I can get in my rotation. It allows you to go up and fill out your lineup by being able to get valuable pitchers that will provide depth for you this late in the draft. It's also, kind of one of the examples that I point to, and that pitching is deep and you can wait on pitching.